Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just sitting here at the community center, just waiting for my cue to go on as Santa. There's just kind of this kids group that my kid is part of, and a lot of kids in Japan, they don't really see too many foreigners that often, and Christmas isn't really a big part of their lives. So I don't know, I feel like it's kind of my duty to bring back to the community a little bit and just kind of educate them about Christmas and all the good cheer that Christmas can bring. So that'll be nice. And it's nice to spend time with the family too, doing this, because actually my wife and daughter, they're going to be leaving to go to Hokkaido in about 2 weeks or so, because my wife's friend is getting married up there. I guess now that I've been fired, I guess I could go, but I think it's good. I think it'll be good to stay back and just be able to make more of these videos. And I was actually thinking about taking a little bike trip, maybe going down to Odawara. Nice 2 or 3 day bike trip. And it would be good to see the castle there. I love Japanese castles, and maybe that could be like a good destination. So thinking about doing that, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, while I wait for my cue, I was thinking of doing another tier list video. How are American holidays celebrated in Japan? Does anybody care? So Valentine's Day, it's actually pretty interesting in Japan. What happens is on Valentine's Day, all the girls give presents to the guys. Then 1 month later in March 14th, is White Day. You basically, as a guy, if you got a present, you return it, you give a present back to the girl. And especially as you get older, it becomes more of like a coworker thing. This female coworker, and this female coworker, they all got you presents. You then have to remember that for a month. You don't want to offend someone by not remembering them, and it's just kind of a mess. But in terms of Japanese prominence, I'd probably say a B. People participate in it, people enjoy it. St. Patrick's Day, generally pretty unknown. I think a C is fair. You're not going to see people in the streets wearing green or anything like that. Nobody's really aware of it. It's more like a small chance for commercialism, but nobody cares too much. So I would say C. And then there's Easter. I would say Easter kind of falls in the same category where it's like nobody really cares about it particularly, but you might see it used commercially in some aspects, like at the 100 yen shop, they'll be selling plastic eggs, and if you go to the sweets shop, they'll have like Easter cookies and stuff like that. But again, other than that, nobody's really hiding eggs. Why would I even put 4th of July on here? Who cares? I mean, it is it's American Independence Day. Well, you'd be surprised to find that I would put 4th of July at an A. So they have these American military bases, and they'll have these special kind of 4th of July events. It's almost like going through a portal where you're teleported to this magical place where everybody speaks English, and there are these huge Japanese mountains in the background. It's a really strange experience, but if you can find a 4th of July celebration to be a part of at a base or whatever, it's a great time, great opportunity to have fun with friends, have a barbecue and stuff. So I would say A. I think it's a great time. Halloween, don't get me started on Halloween in Japan. It used to be like SSS, okay? As a kid, it's still great. Especially, if you have a kid, it's great to be able to take them to these kids parades and have them dress up and meet other kids and stuff like that. So just for that alone, you'd still got to give it an S. For adults, it's definitely dropped way down. It's like a B now. I mean, it used to be that you could go to Roppongi or Shibuya, and you could just go crazy. You could drink in the streets and party with everybody, go way, way, way late into the night. And I always just love Halloween. It's like seeing all these characters coming from all these different dimensions and meeting up and having fun. And I just love that aspect of it. maybe in 2016 or 2017. That was like the peak of it, maybe even a little earlier. But then at some point, people just got way too rowdy. And there was one specific incident where some guys like knocked over a truck or something like that. A bunch of drunk people. And basically after that, the police were like, okay, we're shutting it down. And so from then on, on Halloween, there was no drinking in the streets and all that. And it really basically killed everything. And, there's still some meetups, like, and you can do a meetup in the park or something, but it's really not the same energy. In my heart, I would give it a B, but I think it's still, at the end of the day, it's all about the kids, and the kids' activities and the kids' parades are still there, so I would have to go S. Okay, so then we come to Thanksgiving. If you work at a foreign company, they might do some sort of Thanksgiving event and have like a Thanksgiving party or a get-together or something. So it does exist if you're like a foreign boss or something like that. And then, of course, there's also Friendsgiving where, it's like there are enough Americans here in this area where it's like at least one person will be like, hey, let's get together and let's everybody bring BYOB and let's all get together at someone's house and hang out. So that kind of thing does still exist. So I think overall I'd probably say B, where it's easy enough to make something happen and find people who are into it, but it's on you to do that. Next we come to Christmas. Of course everybody's into it. There's the famous thing with the KFC, and it is true. I mean, all of these families, they'll go out and they'll reserve their KFC like a month in advance. I had an ex-girlfriend whose sister worked at KFC, and she said that literally they were backed up on orders a month in advance for the 25th. So that stereotype about Japanese people eating KFC on Christmas, it is really true. It really is true. The reason why I'd knock it down is really just that, first of all, it feels a little bit commercial and a little bit fake. There's not that Christmas magic that exists like it does in America. Everything feels so plastic, everybody has a fake tree, and there's something very cynical about all of it. But the other main aspect of it is foreign workers. Basically, Christmas is treated like any other normal day in Japan, and it's almost more of a date night kind of thing. Naturally, nobody gets work off, and everybody's working like it's a normal day. So if you work at a foreign company, that can be a very, very competitive time for vacation, because basically everybody tries to get that chunk of time off from like the 25th to the 1st or something. Everybody tries to get that week off. So you're constantly competing with everybody. Some companies will do like a taking turns thing. So for example, if you had taken time off last year, you wouldn't be eligible for it this year. And that would have been the case with me if I hadn't just been fired. I would have I took time off last year, and so this year I would have worked for my company, and then a bunch of other different people would have taken time off, but I was fired. So anyway, I would give it an A, I think. So then we come to New Year's, and as far as holidays go, New Year's is definitely the most important, and not just among kind of Western okay, I mean, to be fair, New Year's is not a Western holiday. It's all around the world. But even just among Japanese holidays, New Year's is by far one of the most important. New Year's is almost like the Thanksgiving of Japan. Either everybody meets all together, or it's like, okay, I'm going to visit this great grandma, and then this grandpa, and then this aunt. I'll give New Year's an S, as I said, just because of the importance of the holiday and how important it is to Japanese people. But just in terms of the enjoyment, the terrible food combined with kind of the obligation of needing to meet every single relative within that one day, it is kind of a pretty tiring day. So even though it's an important day, it's not a fun day. Okay, that's my cue. So, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.